Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How is everybody today? Good to see you, good to be here, good to have you here. Welcome, 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 everybody. Happy Monday morning, if it's happy. What is going on, guys? How we doing today? Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope you had a great rest of your weekend, great Sunday. Whatever day I didn't see, I hope it was great for all of you. So what's going on, everybody? I'll give it some time, get some peeps up on in here. I shared it out. We're good to go. Let's see what happens. Mr. Strike First, good morning. What did I do? There it is. Mr. Hammer, good morning. For me, it's morning. It's 11:04 a.m. here, guys. Just saying. Yes, I was trying to clean up, keep my chat clean. That's all. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yep. Following by example. Exactly. Learning from Magda. So what's going on, guys? How we doing? Oh, it's getting thick now, isn't it? Pretty soon I'll have the big old grizzly out of the beard again. Talk to me, fellas. What's up? Anything new and exciting? Um, yeah. See, here's the thing. I'm not shaving. That's why it looks like this. Otherwise, I would have shaved already. You guys know that. I'm trying to get my winter thing going on. Keep my face warm. Exactly. Thank you, Hammer. I don't know if you guys saw me with a beard last year or not, or had I shaved it by that time. Typically, I keep it through March, sometimes into April. So maybe, unless, wait, here's the thing. Um, like sometimes, I've had this happen to me a couple times. I've been like trimming or trying to, I never have a neck beard. I don't, that's just fucking disgusting. Um, so I always keep this trimmed up like here, and then I grow it out and all that. But anyway, occasionally when I've trimmed, I've made mistakes. Sometimes I think what happened last year, I think this happened right. I'll have to go back and look, but I think it happened right before I started streaming. I was trimming my jawline here, and I think I went up like with because I have a straight razor I use sometimes too, and it's super sharp, and it's like one little nick and I'll fuck everything up. So I think I had gone up too high, like right here, and took a big chunk down, and it looked stupid, so I just shaved it all off. And I just never bothered with it because by that time summer was coming, spring was coming, so it was like whatever. Last year we need met. Last year we need. Okay, say that one more time, Strike. What is up, Miss Debs? Welcome. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. As long as you don't have spider nest growing in your neck, yeah, I would never ever do that, dude. I can't handle that. How did he get in here? Probably the one about your family not liking you or not wanting anything to do with you. So that might be what we talk about today, you piece of shit loser. But anyway, moving on. Somebody get rid of him for me, please. I don't even know if that's really him because I think he's blocked still. Check it for me, Strike, if you wouldn't mind. God, of all people to come in here, I can't. That's the one I can't fucking stand this garbage dump. Yeah, we met the very end of February, beginning or very end of January, beginning of February. That's when I started streaming, bub. And I think you were probably in my second or third stream. And you've been here ever since. Because you're a great person. Did you check that strike to make sure to see if that's actually dumbass? I'm going video down for a minute, guys. I'll be right back. I'll still be here. I'm just. Wow, am I pissed off, by the way, Strike. As much as I don't like him, I can't believe they killed him. June 20th of 22. That's when you came in? Maybe I'm thinking of lazy then. I could have swore to God that you were. Yeah. Did you guys see the wanted poster for him? You guys have to see the wanted poster. You have to have seen the wanted poster for him. He's wanted, guys. And normally I would never. Yeah, that's not him. So I won't even do it. Definitely not him. Thanks, Strike. You did see it then? Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. I think it's hilarious. That's the account was made. Yeah, I got. Oh, June 20th, 2020. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that's definitely not him then, because his Medicule Vitriol account is his main account, and like that's been out for a long time, so that's definitely not him. That's probably one of disc fraud. Dick Sack. Oh, it is him. Good, hammer him then. Then I will. Well, you guys already saw it, obviously, but hammer the loser. Maybe we should do a segment on why his family wants nothing to do with him and all the fact that he's a predator, things like that. That would be a good crime story, wouldn't it? Because he's such a fucking idiot and a loser. What does it feel like to be that? I wonder. I know I'm sounding mean today, guys. I just absolutely can't stand him, and just to come in and make that comment. Period. You know, of all people. And when I first started in YouTube streaming, I tried to actually be nice to him, and he's such a fucking brainless simp that he tried to provoke people to want to fight with him. So anything that piece of rotted garbage gets, he deserves, in my opinion. So I'll just leave it at that. I won't get real mean or anything, because I could. But no, that's him. Popper said Strike. So either way, you can go. He can go away too, though. Dick Sack. I don't care. Oh, let's see. What do we got here? That's funny that they made that comment though. What let me read it word for word again. Where's it at? Whose content are we stealing? Yeah, when you do true crime, you have to do things like that to show everything. So if he had any kind of fucking common sense, he'd know that. You know, I mean, he steals people's lives for his content, so it's kind of funny. Predator of fish. He predates on everybody. That's why nobody likes him. He has no friends. He has no family. He has no life. I think he's connected to his computer by his dick, so Excuse me, Debs. I apologize for talking that way. And I really don't like him at all. Not even a slight tinge of an amount. Go for it, bro. Go for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Hook that fucker and drag him in. Piece of shit. Gotta get some more peeps in here. I'm not too early, I don't think. I shouldn't be. Ooh, excuse me. Trashy mob. Garbage mob. Ghost mob. Slob mob. Cock mob. All the mob. I like the way, again, something I'm not a fan of, or a word that I'm not, the F word can't talk about. Yeah, right. Um, I like the way that Steve Billings referred to them. Even though I'm not a fan of that word, um, it fit with that scenario when he called them the retardation nation. That was too much for me. Loved it. I loved it. There we go. We got some people coming in now. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, as much as I'm not a fan of his and I don't like him, um, I like the way he made that referral. Good morning, Brandywine. It's been a while. We haven't seen you. How are you? And where have you been? Well, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. It's been a while. Yes, I've been super busy with work, getting my home sold. We had to fill in our pool. Ooh, that kind of sucks. You had to fill it in. We miss you too. We miss you too. Why would you? I don't understand why it did. Why did you have to fill it in? Is it because it wasn't like fully functional, or is it because of the way the house is sold? You can't have it, kind of like a septic thing or something. Creek Squad. Oh, It was cracked when getting. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, I guess. What do you have? Well, if you had to fill it in, then obviously you've had a in ground. So yeah, they are expensive, especially with the in ground pools. With the concrete, if you got a crack, you got to seal that, and then you got to worry about the underground plumbing and this and that. It's a pain in the ass. I get it. We have an above ground, and it's a pain in the ass. So I can only imagine what the in ground pool would be like. So takes away from uh, the market is crazy. Like if you don't mind me asking, what state are you trying to sell in? Because I know the market here is the buying market is crazy right now here. Ever since COVID hit, it went nuts. So triggered. Stay clear eyes, moisturize so I can clip it and go away. You're in Tennessee, okay? Wow, Flacco, you're just ignorantly stupid, aren't you? Gotcha. Well, at least you got the other place brought. And rolling, Brady. That's a good thing. There's another one, guys. Get rid of him. Okay. See, I know. I don't know. I don't know much about. My wife's family lives in Alabama. I'm not a like a. I don't know much about this. Like Georgia, Tennessee. I know like where they live in Alabama. It's like relatively crime free, but they live on top of a mountain, so that makes a big difference. Like I've heard, like I guess Memphis in Tennessee is pretty bad. Well, obviously that one thing just happened. There's a lot of shit that goes on in Memphis, but I don't know much other than that about Tennessee as far as crime goes, where the high crime areas are, I should say. Are you like moving like city to city, or like completely different sides of the state, or is it a far distance away from your other house, or that's why I moved from where our hometown, the town me and my wife grew up in. We moved out of there 5 years ago because of that, and we're living in a rural area now. I mean, we're in the same state, but we're quite a distance away from where we grew up at. So it just got really bad out there. I mean, there's people that were getting shot at and shootings and robberies right in broad daylight, daytime, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They didn't care, and that's too much for me. Good God, that's crazy, Brandy. Where is it, near Memphis, or like? I don't like I said I don't know the crime areas that are you know Gatlinburg. Okay, I've heard of that. I've never heard anything bad about it, so that must be a good thing. Close to Memphis. Yeah, see, there it is. Everything I've ever seen about Memphis is bad. Crime, everything. There you go. Yeah, he is like a cockroach. He just never goes away. Germantown. Okay. Yeah, the rural areas are usually a little easier to deal with than, living in the city or the suburbs around the city in certain places. So you can't go wrong with that. Well, that's the problem. That didn't happen, and I never got struck either. You are dumb. That's exactly why. Excuse me, Brandy. I don't mean to interrupt our conversation, but I have to deal with this idiot. So you believe what the idiots believe because you're an idiot, or what you believe what idiots tell you because you're an idiot. See, that's the problem. I'm not even gonna say her name, but I never got struck. I never got how can I say it? And he didn't get mad at me either. I had a adult conversation with him, which is something you would understand. Um, and he explained something to me that I misunderstood. So that's all it was. Yeah, the one that they call Crab Boy, that one. He's a complete. I can't even explain to you. He's just stupid and dumb. Both. If you can be both, he is. That never happened. So you believe your little toad over there, the lies she was telling to try to get people to want her around, but that's not how it happened at all, and I have proof of that. So make yourself look even stupider. I used to feel for him. That's the thing. That's the problem with him. That's why he's so stupid. Because when I first started, like I said, I tried to I don't know how to put it. Like I don't want to say befriend him because I never really wanted to be friends with him, but I tried to be nice to him, and he wants people to like fight with him and do this to him and do I don't know he enjoys the people like abusing him for whatever reason. He's got some kind of sadomasochistic like mentality of himself and this and that. He's a I can't even think of I still can't think of the right word to say. He's just degradable. His mind is garbage. He's just pathetic. So, and I'm the same way, and that's what my problem is. That's my biggest flaw. Everybody said that knows me on here. I'm too nice, this and that, and everything else. But with people like that, you have to you have to let it go. I had to. Lonely? Um, that would be his own fault, though. Like, there's been people that have tried to befriend him, and have tried to help him, have tried to be nice to him. Some people in my circle have like really tried to go out of their way to be nice to him, me included. And all he does is rip at people and try to like steal their lives and portions of their lives to make his content because he can't come up with anything else. He just doesn't have the mentality to um, interact with like real society. He thinks that YouTube is like a real thing and it's a scripted story. You know what I mean? And it's his life. It's pathetic. It is really pathetic. And again, he wouldn't be lonely if he would just not act like a fucking idiot on a regular basis and leave people alone when they ask him to, and just go along and mind his own business. But it is what it is. Yeah, I've seen it too, and I used to feel bad, like I said. But then he comes at other people that don't bother with him just to try to give him some kind of content or to make himself happy. Which is pathetic, but it is what it is. But you because you are dumb. I believe what I want to believe, and you don't know what I believe. That's the problem. You believe, or you think that I believe what you think I believe. You don't know what goes through my mind because I actually have a real working brain that does things that you don't understand. So, oh, he's got like 35 different accounts. He's ridiculous. This is what I'm saying is how pathetic he is. He has no kind of a life. He sits in front of his computer stalking people and stalking women that don't want anything to do with him and just constantly arriving at people. Yeah, definitely a Lesron. Like leprosy. Yeah, it's pathetic. He'll do this all day, and I'll do it all day too. I don't care. It's sadly pathetic. And you know what's sad is even people like Isaac and Steve Billings and all that tried to give him a chance to, um, like, just be normal. I guess you could see. Yeah, there's lots. It's been a while. Lots happened since you've been not around. But yeah, he doesn't get it. He just pushes and pushes and pushes and pushes. From what I understand, he made up with his daddy, Isaac. That's what he calls him. So again, the sick, demented, disturbing minds of some people. But whatever. The problem though is he's just dumb. That's the problem. There's not even any generalized intelligence in there that could make him understand when somebody says enough is enough. Then he doesn't get it. I mean, I'm sure it comes from the fact that he was ignored as a child and abused as a child and all the other things that has happened to him. Which, again, going back to the beginning is why I had initially felt bad for him, but I don't anymore. Everything that happens to him, he brings it on himself because he does things like this constantly. And the only reason why, like with his last comment about Charlie, is because I think he's actually in love with Charlie's brother, Mike. I think he's got like a thing for him. It's kind of sick, and they don't even want nothing to do with him. They can't stand him either. So he'll just continue to do this kind of shit. But it's probably one of the stupidest people I've ever seen on here. There was another kid that was in Guest Mob a while back. He went by the name of Blaker. I mean, I think Blaker actually had more intelligence than this kid does. Or this guy does. He's not a kid. He acts like one, but he's not. He's actually mid-30s, so. I kind of hope he is, only because eventually he'll get it. I'm not mean to people like this on a regular basis, but when I've asked multiple times to not come in here, to stay away from here, just like Popper has asked him multiple times to not to do certain things, he just stupidly does it over and over again. So it is what it is. He needs to call his mom and ask her why she didn't take care of him and pay attention to him so he can figure out that's why he does these things. Where's the rest of my peeps at? Heather and Brandy, where are you? Robin might be sleeping still. It's still kind of early over there. What was that? 3 accounts now, Dan? I think it was his main account and what, 2 others? He probably won't come in within too many more. Someone is going to call ECF Residential and get his crap ass evicted. Yeah? Sounds like a plan to me. Lance the Wolf Nation, what's up, my brother? Yeah, we could do that. Exceptional, my ass. Where'd you get exceptional from, Dan? Thank you, Strike. I appreciate you, bud. I don't know where the girls are today. They must be boycotting me or going on strike or something. I was hoping to get a few more people in here before I went into anything. I give it Exceptional Children's Foundation. That's who runs it. Oh, yeah, exceptional, my ass. You're right. 100%. So he's like paid to live there, probably, or they put him up because, like, see, that's what I'm talking about. When you have issues like that in your life, you want to try to bully and pick on people. Like, what is wrong with this? That's what I'm talking about. I just can't. I can't do it. Did anybody in here get a notification that I'm live by chance? From YouTube? No, no, no. He lives in it. In a like it's like an apartment. Uh, I don't know, Dan. It's not like assisted living or anything like that, is it? It's just an apartment complex that somebody else or somebody. I think it is that somebody else pays for. Obviously, he doesn't, but I mean, he doesn't have anything. I think he's on disability or something like that. I don't know. I try not to pay too much attention to his life because it's really pathetic. It is. And again, the person that I really am would feel bad for somebody like that and wouldn't say the things I've said to him. But at the same time, he won't leave people alone, and he wants you to be this way with him. That's what he's a. It's just it's hard to explain, Brady. I don't know how to say it. It's really sad though. So my apologies if I offend anybody by the way I'm acting or talking towards him, but there's reasons for it. I promise you there is. I haven't let anybody on to say anything. And of course, I'm not going to let you on to talk to you. You're putting your name down as Dago's kid. How stupid are you? Honestly, how stupid are you? You're not real smart considering the way things have been going lately. And we know you're petrified of a little old girl that drove past your house. Like, how are you gonna like push people? You know, what if like a real man came to your house because you don't understand how to leave people alone? But if you're afraid of little old fucking Evo girl, what are you gonna do with a real dude shows up there, huh? You gonna pee yourself and cry in the corner or what? Like, come on. We ain't got nothing to talk about. That's the biggest problem. If we had something to talk about, I would have came to you. That's how that works. But we have nothing to talk about. You're a fucking peon, an uneducated, no brain fucking peon. So there's nothing for us to talk about. And the fact that you keep coming in here and making me act this way, it's actually making me mad now. So get the hint. Maybe that's somebody else. If you can hear me, whoever the cupcake bandit is, maybe you need to go to his place. Okay. One second, guys. I'll be right with you. Sorry, guys. I hate telemarketers. He pees himself and cries daily, anyways. That would be nothing to do. I don't mind being. No, I get it. And he does. I don't have any issues with it anymore either. It just makes me mad when people make me act this way because I don't like to be this person, but I have to be with certain people, unfortunately. You know what I mean? So, all right, I shared this out. Let's see. Give it a few more minutes, see who pops in or not, and if not, I'll get rolling. Yeah, he's a special kind of whatever you want to call it. He probably had a nervous breakdown when the queen died. All right, guys. Looks like we got a few. So anyway, I just don't understand where everybody else is at that normally would be here in the mornings. People are in here that normally aren't in here, and then Michelle's not in here. I don't have her on Twitter, otherwise I could send her a notification. She's probably not getting notifications. That's all good. So, um, who do I have? Let's see here. All right. Okay. Mm, The other mods are being Amy. What's that mean, bub? Oh, lazy. I got you, bud. Yeah, I guess so. You're the boss today, then. Thank you very much. So today I was going to talk about something I didn't get to touch on base on a whole lot, and I wanted to, but I was too wrapped up in that other case that I was in. But the day after Kylie Rodney went missing, she went missing August. What's up, Austin? 6th. I think it was the 6th. Yeah. There's a girl from Selma, California, that went missing too, by the name of Jolissa Fuentes. I touched on it very, very slightly. I think it was a couple weeks ago I did, but she's been missing now, I think, for 35 days. Okay. And her stories are not as crazy as what Kylie's is, but it's still definitely weird. How you doing today, Austin? Austin with the hair. All right, let me see. I'll give you guys a quick little introduction to seeing who this one is. Good to hear it, buddy. Good to hear it. Good to have you here. Thanks so much for jumping in, bud. Appreciate you. The street number. Oh, you're okay. I do the same thing, Strike. I understand. Completely understand. All right, guys. Let's throw this up here. It's just a news broadcast to give you a little insight into who she is, and then I'll give you some details on it. Good morning, Miss Rachel. How are you, my dear? Thank you so much. Floppo. Flocko's a Floppo. Piss off, pissant. That he is. All right, this is a broadcast, you guys, from NBC in regards to the who she is. We can get a little bit of an up, before I get into anything on it of who she is, what happened, where she's from. So,
Tire area, sonar equipment. Adventures with Purpose resumed the search for Jolissa Fuentes Friday. The volunteer died. Cleared this entire area.
wait a minute. I clicked on the wrong one. Sorry, guys. I'm in a splendid mood. I want to claw people's eyes out. Maybe I should employ. Yeah. Go after him, Rachel. Collect that $10 reward. Somebody needs to get it. All right, let me find it. I'll just find one then, because I can't find the original I had. I saved it, but it's gone. So I'm not saving it. Doing things right, I guess. I'll go with this one. How are you, Miss Rachel? Good to see you today, my dear. likes doing this. Thanks again, Strike Buddy. I appreciate you. As always.
In Fresno County, Selma police are sharing an update on the search for a 22-year-old woman who's been missing for more than 2 weeks. It comes after the family of Julissa Fuentes expressed concerns that not enough is being done to find her.
Loved ones are also expecting help from the independent divers involved in the high-profile search for truckee teen Kylie Rodney. Reporter Nick Garcia with our ABC affiliate in Fresno has the details just released by authorities.
The family of Julissa Fuentes is desperate for answers after 15 agonizing days without her.
Our family's not complete. It's not complete without her. We're incomplete till she comes home.
The 22-year-old went to the AM/PM on Nebraska and Highland Avenues in the early morning hours of August 7th. Her family members quickly became concerned when they couldn't reach her later that day, and that night they called police.
This is not Julissa. She always reaches to the family. She even let her brother know she was heading to the store at that time.
Loved ones have been looking for Julissa around the clock. On Sunday, they organized their own search party after detectives told them she could be in the area of Pine Flat and Avocado Lakes, but there was no sign of her. The family has also expressed frustration that police are not doing enough. Chief Rudy Alcaraz provided an update on their efforts Monday afternoon, saying detectives are treating this like a criminal investigation just in case they end up having to prosecute a suspect. They've partnered with other agencies to search areas on the ground and using a helicopter, but the bulk of their work, scouring the web for any trace of Julissa.
To this point, it's very rare that a 22-year-old girl has no digital footprint, i.e. cell phone, social media, bank cards, things of that nature. Additionally, from the onset of this, the Fuentes family was adamant that this is not normal behavior for Julissa, which again brings us our concern.
Now the family is also set to get some help from the independent search and recovery dive team, Adventures with Purpose. It's the same group that found the car and apparent remains of Kylie Rodney in a Northern California reservoir on Sunday. The 16-year-old disappeared from a campground near Lake Tahoe August 6th.
We would like to acknowledge the incredible support from law enforcement agencies across the U.S., including the FBI. We hope to continue our efforts hand in hand with them with the upcoming cases of Julissa Fuentes in Selma, California, and also Annette Adams in San Obispo, California, coming up later this week.
Discover the Ozempic Zone. Ask your healthcare provider about Ozempic.
All right, so that's pretty much the basis of it. AWP, as you've heard me talk about multiple times. There's Miss CC, the sweetest lady on the internet. Welcome, good to see you. AWP has already done a search, like I said, that was 2 weeks old, of Avocado Lake and came up with nothing. I do believe they need to come back and do another body of water that they're talking about doing for her. I think it's Pine Grove. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. I'll show you guys a couple other things, but I actually physically contacted the AM/PM that she was last seen at on video and tried to have a conversation with the midnight employee, and they don't. I mean, I knew I was going to get a wall, but it is what it is. You know, you never can know till you try. Amen to that, Lance. So, you know, it is what it is. I tried. And nobody's really being that there's an ongoing investigation. I'm sure that's not going to happen anyway. But they're just being real. The people from the store, that's where she was last seen. Um, Popper's on the hit list. Dago and Popper are on the hit. You all went too far. Who's you all? Dago didn't do nothing to anybody, so whatever. All right, guys. This is the footage. This is the person that I wanted to speak to right here. All right, and this is the footage of the last time she was seen, and that was that night. I think it was at 4 a.m. or 4:30, something like that. I'll have to go back and give you the exact time. But this was the surveillance footage from the AM/PM that I tried to contact, and you'll be able to see what she does, how she does it, and like I said, Doug from No Thanks, which I'll show you, tried to go in and talk to somebody there, and basically they kind of like blew him off and lied to him in a sense, from what I understand. So, not good. So she goes to the counter. Okay, she came in that morning, went to the counter. She bought a blunt wrapper. We all know what that's for. And walked back out, as you'll see, and that was pretty much it. And I think here's the scenario. She went to a party earlier the night before, okay? And I think she left the party 3:30, got home at 4, decided she wanted to continue doing what she was doing. As you can tell by the way she was walking and kind of flung her door open, that she's probably a little intoxicated, maybe. Yeah, you're on fire today, Lance. But the rumors, people have been, not really rumors. The thing here that bothers me with this whole thing is that and I'll show you this when I show you Doug's video, there's like 12 cameras right here along the whole front of this store, right? This is the only view that you can see. Why? I don't understand, but that's why. That's my biggest thing. And there's people that believe that there's other people in this vehicle with her. Sorry. And that may have something to do with it. So I'll let you watch the rest of this. And like I said, I tried to blow this up as big as I could to see if I could see somebody here. Now, there's another video, I'm going to have to find it and show you guys, where it shows her pulling in and getting out, and she stops when she opens her door, and she looks like she's talking to somebody. Then she goes to walk away. Then she comes back and she talks to somebody in the back of the car. Like she's like reiterating something with them. Then she walks away and goes in the store, buys one blunt wrapper, and comes back out. And then if it shows the full video here, I'll show you something that was kind of important that they brought up. And another thing was that car that was parked there with the blacked out windows was kind of brought into the picture too. So now somebody said that they watched this video and said that this guy here looked at this guy and kind of nodded after looking at her. I didn't see it. I don't know. I don't get anything out of that, but that was a couple other people that brought that up. See, I tried to look and I cannot tell if there's somebody sitting in the front seat there. It kind of almost looks like there might be right here, but I can't tell. And there's definitely somebody back there because she stopped, like I said, if I can pull the other video and show you, and like talk to him when she was going in. I don't know if it's going to replay this or not, but I want to show you her pulling out of the gas station. Okay, this one didn't. Cupcake. Why did I get smashed on the hood of an old van? I don't know, Cupcake. Alright, so there's that. Let me see if I can find the other surveillance video. This one might be it. Let's see what we got here.
Is asking for your help in locating their missing daughter. 22-year-old Julissa Fuentes was seen last Sunday at an AM/PM gas station. There's a $5,000 reward for any information about her. Natalie Vera has the latest.
And I pray for strength, God.
The Fuentes are praying for.
And this is the thing too with this case, guys. It's very emotional. Her family they're very sweet family. They're very good people. They're a very close family, okay? And every time they speak, it's very sad. They're very, very, very disheartened over this. Obviously, she's a very close part of their family. And I feel horrible about this because of it, which is why I'm sharing it now through my channel, so on and so forth.
For good news.
We've been here for the past 5 days searching.
On Saturday, Julissa Fuentes' loved ones carried out another search for the 22-year-old missing woman.
Trying to find anything,
That's her mother and father right there.
anything any belongings of my daughter, whether it was her purse, any of her clothing, her car, and I hate to say it, even my daughter herself.
Julissa was last seen at this AM/PM at Highland and Nebraska Avenues in Selma last Sunday. Here's surveillance video from that day. Julissa.
Okay. If they show the whole clip here, this is her getting out of the car, and I still cannot tell if there's somebody else sitting over there. There is somebody back here. Okay. And nobody understands or knows if she picked anybody up.
Pulls up at 4:04 a.m.
All right, watch.
She buys a cigar, and she's
it.
back in her 2011 silver Hyundai Accent by 4:06 a.m. But then she drives off and makes a left on Nebraska Avenue.
And that's the thing. When she pulled out, she should have made a right, they said, onto Nebraska. That's the way that they expected her to go, but she didn't. She went the opposite direction, which is left.
Her parents say she lives with grandma and she should have made a right turn to go back home.
We don't know why she turned left.
Her loved ones don't think Julissa would disappear on her own, though.
Her phone's been off. We've been sending text messages, calling it, but it's been off since Sunday.
The Fuentes say Julissa's sister had 2 missed FaceTime calls from Julissa's number at 5:24 and 5:25 a.m. That's about an hour and a half after she left the gas station.
This is by far my worst week ever of my life.
So far, all I hear you doing is say what's going on. What are you adding new to these other videos? Haven't said or covered to. What? I just started with this one, so. I'm giving everybody in here that this is something new because I haven't done anything with this one yet. Showing them everything from the beginning of it, and we'll be going into it after that. So, whoever you are. I'm pretty sure that's probably take back.
Desperate, need my baby back. So if somebody knows where she's at, please let her go. If you know anything, please let us know.
For now, her friends and family continue searching.
Don't give up, because I know my baby wouldn't give up.
There is a $5,000 reward for information leading to Jalisa's whereabouts. If you know anything about this case, please contact.
See, right there, this is when she got to the store. I have to go back and find it and show you. She stopped before she shut her door, turned around, like almost like conversated with somebody for there, and then walks over to the back window as if there's somebody back there. So, again, for those of you that don't know anything about this, I'm just trying to catch you guys up on everything.
Contact Selma Police. Reporting in Selma, Natalie Vera, KC24 Local News.
All right, so that's still not the right video. There was one that they had on the news of her pulling into the thing. And I cannot find it, guys. Boy, the trolls are in full effect today, guys. Pathetic ass people with no lives. Let me see here. All right. All right. This is from True Crime Reactions. I'll give you this one, guys.
Are kind of, I guess you can say, elongated. Like, to be honest, it almost looks like she's drunk, maybe, or tipsy-ish, maybe. She's definitely not sober.
Are they going to show it or not?
Here. Like, we know she left a party. We know she went back to her house before heading here. So we don't really know what she had at the party, if she was drinking.
Welcome, Bandit. Good to see you, bro. Or sis, whatever you are. Calling Celia Montez at... Okay. Do what you got to do, bro.
Thinking if she was doing anything else there. But Home Chick is not, she's not sober in this video. I can just tell. Now, in today's press conference, it said that on Monday, the day after she was reported missing, so this would be August the 8th, they did an emergency ping on her cell phone. And he doesn't state like where it pinged or if it did anything, but then the next day, they ended up executing a search over on the west side of Selma. Now, her sister had 2 missed FaceTime calls from Jolisa.
You too,
At 5:24 and 5:25. So she called her back to back. Okay. And at this point, that's an hour and a half almost, hour and 20-ish minutes since she's left the gas station. And we've gotten some more information about like the digital data that they've been able to find so far. On Tuesday the 11th, they finally got some of the phone information back that they had been waiting for from whenever they executed all of the digital data warrants to get social media, phone records, all that stuff. And they tracked her phone going northeast and going to an area referred to as Avocado Lake and Pine Flat Lake. Okay, this is the gas station right here where she left from.
Okay.
Okay. Now, she left here at 4:06 and she called her sister at 5:24 in the morning. Okay. Look, the drive is an hour. Okay.
So say she drove an hour getting to this area, and this area right here, all this rugged terrain, my dogs are insane, all this rugged terrain.
And this is the place right here that AWP needs to go back and search where they think that she may be without her vehicle, I think. They're not in the vehicle not being in the water. Because like I said, they already cleared Avocado Lake, so this is the next stop.
Terrain right here is where they're saying that cell phone data states her car traveled through. Okay? So she could be anywhere between this area and this area.
Right.
And those are not close together, guys, like at all. Let's change the direction and let's see how far apart just these two places are.
Wow. Well, we got everybody. Tic Tac and Cotty Wample or Magda Wample, whatever you want to call it. Interesting.
21 miles from the Avocado Lake area to Pine Flat Lake. Now, that doesn't mean that she would have stopped like right here. This entire area is Pine Flat Lake. So there's really no telling where she could be. But this is, like I said, this explains why Adventures with a Purpose want to get involved, because she's possibly out here somewhere. The Independent released an article stating that the chief of police of Selma verified that they actually have footage of her somewhere else after she left the gas station. But they won't tell us where, or like in what direction from the gas station, or how far away from her house, or like anything at all.
What's up,
about
Squirrel
where
Girl?
this footage was apparently taken.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Some speculations here. Okay. First off, before I start this, I want to just remind everyone, this is California. So things are very legal in California. Okay. So when I said earlier that when she stopped at the gas station, what she bought was a cigar, I believe in my thinking that what she stopped by her house to get was probably some, and that's why she went and got the cigar, because she planned on smoking. But regarding the additional footage,
welcome, Squirrel Girl. It's great to have you here. I see you found my channel. Thanks, so good. Or thank the Lord. That's good. Sorry, I can't talk today. Welcome. Good to have you here. I'm introducing my community to the Fuentes case. This is a new one because I've been slammed into the Rodney case, and Doug said it'd probably be a good idea to start doing this one here. So
they claim they have, I'm going to just go ahead and assume that it's in the direction of the two lake areas, because they state that Fresno has actually taken over the physical search, and they've done a bunch of helicopter searches and water searches.
2 days worth, actually. Of mine hurt too, both days.
A bunch of guys with a bunch of Jeeps, basically, that go out there in the terrain and look for people. And they haven't been able to find anything. So while Fresno is doing the physical stuff, the local police department are the ones doing all of the data searches when it comes to trying to trace social media and getting some more information that way. The timing from the gas station up to the Pine Flat Lake area, if you think for 1 second maybe she went the farthest out that her phone pinged and stayed in that area, right? And stayed in that lake area, because that's an extra, 21 additional miles, right? So the timing from the 406 security footage to the phone call her sister got at 5:24, I mean, that could have been enough time for her to have driven the hour, and then maybe something happened and the car didn't start, or flat tire or something. Because 2 back-to-back calls like that means she was really trying to get a hold of her. So besides the fact that there's footage that the police won't release that they state is from after the gas station, that's all that we know. So there's no physical evidence of her anywhere, and they just have phone data that leads to a very rugged, terrainish, mountainous lake area. So hopefully we hear something before Adventures with Purpose get out there. I think that once they do get out there, we'll definitely hear something. So let's see what happens. Hopefully they find it. Bye, y'all.
All right. All right. The members only videos.
Leap into fall fun in Appalachian, Ohio.
Is it the members only one on the Fuentes case? Because if it is, I can't show that one yet. I don't believe. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I can't show that one yet. That's the new one. Did they already is this the Pine Lake dive, or is this from the Avocado Lake one? Exactly. Well, I made that mistake once with the Kylie Rodney. I didn't understand the members only scenario. I thought that there was going to be a second video coming out Friday, and I screwed up. So thank you so much, Strike. I appreciate that. Okay, so yeah, I'll wait. I will wait on that one to show that right now. I'll probably watch it later. Yeah, I love AWP. They're a really, really, really amazing organization, and I definitely don't want to do anything to mess up their stuff by any means. So I'll wait on that one. And I agree. I agree with that one, Squirrel. I do. And I feel so bad after watching the whole the thing that went on with her family and everything, and her mom coming on no thanks and talking and stuff. Like I feel horrible. Like I really don't understand why. I don't understand why law enforcement isn't doing more. That bothers me. I didn't understand it with Kylie Rodney either, or with Gabby Petito, to be honest with you, or Summer Wells. Let's just put it all out there. I'll say that. I think there should be more that should be done in all these cases. And it's just ridiculous. So, please, yeah, guys, if you can, hit the like button if you're enjoying. Yeah, I'm still fairly new at this, Squirrel, so I got a small channel. I'm trying to grow it. Of course, Doug's been trying to help me with it, so on and so forth. So, and I do have trolls and haters that come in here, so please just ignore them. I got good mods when they're all here. Strike is probably, I got a couple in here now, but they do their job. But I do apologize. Don't be offended by any of the idiotic people that come in here, please. I know. And that's the one thing Jalissa's family hasn't done that, and I'm grateful to that. I just cannot get over that whole thing last night when I was on the panel with Doug and them, with Kylie's mother. It blows my mind. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I do understand it, I think, now. I think the fact that the YouTube community has gotten involved in it has kind of put the guilt that she holds for allowing her to go to the party to begin with kind of in her face. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's right there now. And I think that's what this is all about, is that she feels guilty because she allowed her to go to the party at 16 years old, and now she's no longer with us. And I feel bad for her mother in that way, but don't take it out on the people that actually care, that want to keep your daughter's name out there, that want to keep the investigation going to get it done the right way, to get real justice. That's what it bothers. That's why it bothers me so bad. Me too. I just make videos of squirrels while I talk into my phone. Wow, it feels better to share my thoughts with others. My real life family has no interest. I understand. I've been streaming since February. And it started off as a drama stream because I unfortunately jumped into the part of YouTube that was nothing but drama, and I basically to stand up for something I believed in. There's a couple other people you'll see in here. Most of the people in here are from that community, and we used to all kind of be fans of a show from YouTube called the Angry Grandpa Show, and it turned it into a giant drama thing. And so there's a couple people in that community that attack other people very, very heavily. So a couple of us jumped in here to start streaming to stand up for other people, to stand against that person. And it's an ongoing thing. So it got old. It's not really what I wanted to do. I enjoy true crime and the paranormal, and that's what I want my streams to be about mostly. But I will stand against the other people when they do that to other people, when they bully. It's internet bullying is what it is, really. So the trolls that come in here are all because of that kind of stuff. They don't like me because I support certain people, and I don't like the people that they support, and blah, blah, blah. It's just a bunch of stupid high school bullshit, really. But, like I said, my passion is the true crime and trying to help find people that are missing, and then, like I said, the paranormal. So that's what I'm doing. But I've had quite a few people come from No Thanks and Crime and Justice that have recently started coming in here and said they enjoy it, so hopefully you do as well. Absolutely. And the biggest thing, as far as social media goes and YouTube and all that, if nothing else, if we don't do anything ourselves to help find, yeah, I know, Rachel. I agree. I don't know why they're coming this way with it, because, like I said, none of us have any clue. We'd like to know who it is. I'd definitely like to know who it is, but it is what it is. But in my opinion, though, Squirrel, if we don't actually ourselves do something to, help find the missing person or this and that, if nothing else, putting the story out there can cause, like with Kylie Rodney, an awareness, like, don't do this with your children, or don't allow this to happen, or don't let this be. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's something good that comes out of it, if nothing else. So I love real people with a sense of, oh, well, welcome here, because that's all we are. Rachel up there and the Popper Jack, they're a couple. They're both hilarious. They're two of my my original mods and best mods. They're close friends of mine, and they're both very, very funny, actually, especially Popper. Rachel's crazy. She's awesome. Absolutely, Miss Rachel. Absolutely. So I think you'll enjoy it in here. I do. Most everybody that's come in here thus far, I've had Michelle, Shelly, quite a few other people who have come in here that have been in No Thanks, and they seem to really enjoy it. So, well, there you go. Rachel says Popper's hilarious, and she's just an asshole. She's funny too. Don't let her lie to you. We have some funny people in here. Strike First is hilarious. David James is hilarious. I try to be funny at times. Whether or not it comes out that way, I don't know. A lot, but Popper's a lot like Doug. Doug is hilarious in my opinion. So you'll enjoy it. Like I said, there's a rigmarole of different things. Just ignore the haters. My mods are great. Even like Miss Rachel here. You won't see her in the chat too often because she works a lot, but she still scans and watches the channel. and does the moderating like you wouldn't believe. Like she's very good with the wrench. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, Rachel is awesome. Miss Cece down here, she's the sweetest lady on the internet. I call her. She's amazing. She's very good to me. And she's in here as often as she can be. Yeah, everything happens in Wisconsin, right, Rachel? So, so it's a great community. I'm lucky. I've said this to multiple people now, but yeah, I agree with that too. With the park bench, that would be amazing. I agreed with him yesterday. That's awesome. That is awesome. Absolutely. And the way he explained it, with it being there to kind of like know to not go past it, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Doug's a great guy. I forgot, yes, the hammer. It's an inside joke. He's the second bestie. He calls himself a popper. There's a lot of people in here that you'll see that come in here that they're all very, very good community. Just got off the phone. Warning after warning is gone. I get what you're doing. I got you. Dude, like I said, do what you got to do, bro. But I'm like I said, I'm very proud. The community that I've been able to put together and that has come together in here, I should say, is a very family-oriented type community, very friendly. Everybody's usually in a great mood. I don't promote anything but positivity. Negativity does jump in here, but we deal with it as it comes. And I just keep pushing the positivity. Everybody treats each other very well in here. I have 3 rules. The first rule is do not come in here disrespecting anybody. Don't do it. My second rule, I'm sorry, is do not ever disrespect a woman in here in front of me. I absolutely just detest that. One woman or a man, anybody, I don't care who it is, do not disrespect a woman in here. And then the third rule is referring back to the first rule. So it is what it is. Miss Rach, good. I have a great sense of humor. Yeah, the squirrel is very funny, you guys. She was cracking me the hell up last night. All about Doug's balls. It was great. Between that and the guy with the super unibrow, that I still can't get past that. It wasn't even a unibrow. It was one eyebrow. It was so bad, you guys. I named it Bernie. It was like literally a black line straight across. There was no arch, no nothing. Doug put a picture of this up, and I'm looking at it and looking at it. It's the guy that I was telling you guys about in the Fuentes case that worked at the AM/PM. Yeah, they do pick on me a lot, but that's okay. I love them, so it's all right. And the unibrow, you guys, he had a turban on, and then the unibrow. So I was looking at it, I'm thinking like, oh my god, that's not a unibrow at all. That is Voldemort's mustache. That's what it is. You have to see the picture of this, you guys. It's nuts. Yeah, me either. But you can embarrass people in any way, shape, or form. So, don't even start, Hammer. I don't want to hear it. So, you guys are crazy, I swear to God. But I love you guys, every one of you guys. And I am so happy that you guys are here. And I thank you guys for everything you've done for my channel. I just now broke 600 and something squirrel. I'm trying to get to 1,000. So slowly but surely, like I said, Doug's been trying to push. I've been doing it, doing my best. These people in here are great for it. I'll get there. Let's see. See? See? I had to name him. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Thank you, Miss Susie. I appreciate it. You just broke 11 subs. All right, Popper. You're not trying to grow your channel, though. I think everybody in here, if not, you should sub to Popper at least once. All right, let me see. Well, you get a community tab at 500. I didn't know that. I didn't even know I had one. Somebody had to point it out for me, but I do have one. You get one at 500, though. When you get to 6. Now, see, I won't even let that happen. I'll sub to myself if I have to avoid that number. I think everybody in here has channels. They don't really use them too much, but okay, guys. The next video I'm going to show you was when Jalissa's mother, Norma, she called in to I'm No Thanks and talked to Doug. He actually wanted me to show this video, so I'm going to bring that up. That way you can listen to her mom explain some things. Absolutely, yeah. It's only 500. I didn't know it either. All right. There we go.
Hi, Doug.
Hey, Norma, how are you?
Okay.
Good. So I got you on live, and I'm on here on Crime and Justice Show. We're trying to get Jalissa's story out across different platforms. We'll be putting this online at a later time too, to make sure we get as much exposure for her. Now, so tell us how you and your family are feeling first.
I mean, we're still looking for Jalissa. We're so heartbroken. We need our missing piece.
Right.
It doesn't get easier. It's upsetting. It's frustrating.
There's Michelle. Welcome, hon.
It's all of the above.
And you got a lot of people praying for you, I know, across the globe.
Yes.
Across the globe. Is there stuff that you could give us what the next steps are? Maybe talk about the clearing of Avocado Lake and Pine Lake and what's the next steps from there?
Okay, so the Adventures with Purpose were here for those 2 days. They were able to clear out all these little lakes and then Pine Flat, and they assured us that 100% she's not in there, she's not in the water. But we already knew that. Our hearts already felt, she's not in there, she's alive. Whether we don't know where she's at, but she's somewhere out there. The next step is, keep pushing the police, keep searching areas.
You mentioned pushing the police. Are they being more apt to helping now? Or are they more attentive?
I mean, I see them a little bit more. I have my best friend here right next to me. She's been with me the whole step of everything. And
could somebody get rid of Take Back, please? Again, this is the first time that my community's seen anything about this case, so that's why I'm showing it to them like this. Go away, mind your own business.
We're out there today, actually, and we went up north, putting flyers all over the place. So, I mean, you can chime in too. Her name's Vicky Gonzalez.
Okay. Missy, hello.
Hello.
Chime on in whenever you'd like. Is there anything you want to add?
About the police?
About the police or your search today, and then we'll go back to normal.
Well, we didn't do a search today. We just kind of, we want to keep Jalissa alive. We don't want people to forget about her. So we went up north, Highway 90, or on the 99, all the way up to Modesto. We're just posting flyers everywhere, talking to people, letting them know, keep an eye out and everything. But as far as the police, I mean, I get that they can't really give the family any information. They don't want anyone to, they want to do their own investigation. But as far as I know, they have not given any information. I believe other than what was done, what was given at the press conference.
Wow.
Thank God they did the press conference when they did, because people were starting to aggravate it. I know you guys were more
Well,
than
see,
aggravated.
here's the thing. We had planned to do a quote unquote peaceful protest, and I believe because Selma's a small community, so I'm sure they caught wind of it somehow. And that
Thank
same
you so
day, the
much,
day we
Squirrel
were
Girl.
planning on doing our protest, they decided to do the press conference. But so after their press conference, we met across like catty corner from the police station, and we held our protest, and we went in front of the police station, and we were praying.
I was actually walking with you guys and filming. Yeah, I was with you.
Oh, that was you.
That was me. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Good to hear from you again, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, so the protest was great, and I'm glad that happened.
There's a lot.
And again, I wanted to make
My
sure
apologies.
the police are being more attentive to the situation. Now, this might get kind of crazy because I'm going to ask you a little bit about more of what's next for the searches here coming up. And then the Crime and Justice, I'm sure, has some questions. Now, somebody emailed me something about possible police misconduct.
Like how?
Like, as in possibly Jalissa was pulled over at some point, and something may have happened. I don't know.
This is the first that we've heard of it. You mean that same day or prior to before?
No, that's that same day.
Oh, so see, this is something that we've never heard of.
I just got the email just like a few minutes ago. Actually, Molly Drake sent it to me. Yeah.
And here's the thing, and there's the thing that we're coming across. There's a Facebook page called what is it? Find Jalissa. There's so many rumors. I mean, you should see the amount of phone calls that Norma's receiving from complete nut jobs. I mean, it's unbelievable how many people are now detectives. They think they're giving their opinion or they're telling us how we should go about doing the search, and I seen her here or I heard this.
I agree 100%, Squirrel, because with Summer Wells, it's obvious they don't care. They're involved, in my opinion. But Kylie's case is so weird, And there's quite a few other cases like that, too. So it is very refreshing to see how involved and how sincere that they are, and how thankful they are for anybody that's trying to help to do anything. Do you know what I mean? So I agree 150%.
This and I heard this, and then people call me Norma nonstop. Know where she's at. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, we're gonna send you pictures. We're gonna send you pictures. I mean, we got a crazy phone call today, saying that they had Jalissa, and then they were. It was as if they were. The guy said he had Jalissa, and then it was somebody in the background saying, "Give them what they want. Give them what they want." And then, I mean, then he said some other like really mean things, like and that's not nothing that you play around with. I mean,
nothing. We saw that. We saw a Facebook post like that too. Actually.
Yeah, they're being very insensitive. So, like, I mean, what you just told us right now, we've never heard of that, and it wouldn't surprise me if people are out there just making up rumors. But I mean, if it is true,
well, I don't think that. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying that somebody sent me that saying that this is a possibility. Not saying it's a rumor or anything. They
I agree with that too.
You got to maybe look at into the police force. Do they have any?
I have a challenge. Every computer in your house, your mom's, your dad's, your sister, your brother's computer, and install Honey.
Any misconduct for things like that in the past for any of the police force? You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, we've never. This is all new to us. It's not like we deal with the police. I mean, in our everyday lives. So, I mean, we wouldn't know what their I mean, we wouldn't know if this is out of the norm for them, or I mean, there's rumors whether or not they're true or not. There's rumors that there's other previous 100% that have been missing from Selma.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
I can't confirm that. Jalissa is the 8th girl.
Wow.
But whether or not that's true, we don't know, because I think Jalissa's like the only one that has made it like has got a lot of media attention because of everything that the family and friends, the community is doing.
Right.
I agree.
Anytime you contact them, always record your contact. Get a phone recorder on your
right.
app
Yeah.
on your phone. Yeah. You should always.
And that's exactly what we're gonna have to start doing from now on, because I mean, it's almost as if the family, the community is doing this investigation on their own. That's what it feels like.
I agree.
We have zero input from the police.
And my last question before Crime and Justice ask some questions. There was two
Amen to
guys
that,
at the
bro.
party,
Amen to that.
that I'm suspicious of, and a lot of us are thinking we need to find out who those people were that we didn't know who they were. Do you guys know who they were? And do you guys have
No, I don't know who was at the party. The only person that I know personally is Julie. That's it. That's all I know. I've already asked the police to investigate.
I'm gonna send you some pictures and names of people the two people who I believe that were there.
Okay. They haven't told us anything. This is something that I've been pushing. You need to go talk to everybody that was there. You need to do this. You need to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do it. I don't know if they don't.
One of the guys live an hour and a half away, I believe. So if that's the case,
I gotta see what I got. Strike. I can only have so many.
Please send me that stuff.
We're gonna keep it quiet. We're gonna keep it quiet on this end, but I'm just giving you guys a little hint. But I'll send you the names and the pictures and stuff like that. And thanks to my friend Brooke.
Sounds good.
My friend Brooke, he's the one who found
Soon,
it.
though.
Found out all the information. She's the one actually who contacted you guys while I was out searching, and then you guys contacted me, which is amazing. So we're a good little family team here.
Let's go. Yeah, we need to bring our kids home.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it over to Crime and Justice. This is her show actually, and
a lot, Michelle, a whole lot.
But I'm just we're here to make sure that Jalissa's name gets out all over as much of the algorithm as we can. So go ahead, Crime and Justice.
I mean, since the police are really not telling you guys anything, is there any hope that the FBI is going to get involved in this? Do you think?
We hope that they do. We hope that they do, because that's something that we've been actually pushing ourselves.
Right. I mean, I don't at this point see why they wouldn't. I mean, it couldn't hurt. It definitely could not hurt. The more eyes you have on this, the better. And I'm sorry that
the more people that are involved, the more the more agencies, the more of everything. We need to find my daughter. It's 20 days. Tomorrow's the week.
Exactly. They need. I really don't understand what they're doing, and by not coming out and telling you guys anything and keeping you updated, that leads you to believe that they're doing nothing, and I hate that for you. I really do. I wish they would actually, come out and be more open with y'all and let you know at least what direction they're going in.
I agree with that.
Yeah, we know, like we said, like my best friend said, like everybody says, we know what they said on the press conference. That's about it. That's like the most we've gotten,
Right. Now, if you try to reach out and contact them, they won't call you back.
No, like my sister-in-law is the point of contact. Me and Dad, the husband, me and my husband.
Agreed.
We wanted her to be the point of contact because she has a fresher head. Me and Dad, it's a lot probably harder for us to be dealing up with all this stuff, and so we chose her as the point of contact. All of our family chose her. She's a secretary as it is, so it's a lot easier for 100 people asking you a million questions. Just one person, we send her what we want her to do it, and then she gets in contact with them.
Right.
So that's what we decided to do.
Now, just to let you know, I have been trying to get them to put Jalissa's information into the NamUs database. I don't know if you're familiar with that one. It's a national database. That way.
I know my sister-in-law got her on a couple, but that was my sister-in-law that did that.
Yeah. Well, this is a national database. Like if say her car, if it were found in say a different state, or a different part of the state other than something connected to the local area, if she's not listed in that NamUs database, the chances that another agency is going to recognize that car is attached to a missing person is very small.
And it's called NamUs?
Yes.
Yeah, it's called the National Missing and Unidentified Person System, NamUs. NAM capital US.
Yes.
NA capital US. Okay, we're gonna get into that. Me and my girlfriend.
I've got it.
I'm gonna text you Crime and Justice's information. She's already she can tell you right now. She's already been involved in contact with them for you guys. So go ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So take the alleviate the stress for you guys. Go ahead.
I've created the file. I've put all the information in. All I need is for the lead detective to sign off on it. That's all he has to do. He has to go on to contact name us, verify that all the information is correct, put his badge number on it, and tell him to post it. That's all I'm waiting on.
Okay. Now, have you contacted the detective, or that's something that we have to do?
You guys have to.
Okay,
you
let's
guys
just hope
that.
let's hope I'm willing to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, send me all the stuff that you need for him to sign, and I'll send it to my sister-in-law and my sister-in-law.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because she'll do it. She's very okay.
Norma, I just texted. Sorry, Norma, I'm gonna text you her number so you have it and her name.
Okay.
So you can give her a call. You guys, whenever off air for that.
Okay, thank you.
So you guys get the help with that.
Okay.
I just had one more question before I forgot. We talked about the cameras when she came. They got her coming back into town. Again, they haven't told us which camera or which area, right?
Nope. They haven't said which camera, which area, and that. Like I said, that the only information that related to us is the same information that you guys have. And didn't that come way later? Yeah, it came back in days later. Remember, came like after we had been searching for over a week in the field.
Wow.
Were they trying to give you a hint like you're going the wrong direction?
Nope. Absolutely not. We searched those fields with like.
Hey, it's Adam from StreamYard. Do you have any exciting new features on us? Well, Green Room, which is now available only on the business plan. Green Room.
Like us and the community and people by ourselves for days.
From morning to night, hot in the hot sun, groups of people. I mean, we were even probably going once on the same road. I mean, it was like we were just all going crazy trying to look for her. I mean, there was literally no organization. Like we were going down the same road. We were just going we were just out there. And I mean, if the police would have contacted the family and
agreed on that, Squirrel, and it's disgusting because AWP does this out of the kindness of their hearts. Okay, they don't have to do this, and they get shit on by law enforcement every which way they go, and it makes me sick.
Told them, hey, you know what? She came back to town. We wasted so much time.
Right.
Yeah. For days we were out in the field, and very frustrating.
And have they given up on their search, their foot search? Do you know if the police have any searches scheduled, or did they just rush to the lakes because Adventure with a Purpose was coming?
Right. Yeah. That's what I think.
They supposedly they were out there today. I don't know if they were doing air searches. I know they were out there with the Jeep, and I think they had like a special a training that they were going to do with the new sheriff, and then they were going to be out there searching for Jalissa. That's what I heard. I don't know if it was done. I know I had a couple of our friends that were out for that different areas that way, visiting different areas that we didn't go through.
What about her phone? Nothing on her phone?
Nothing's on her phone yet. Nothing on her phone.
Now, see, I don't know if this is common. If this is the norm procedure for them, where they don't give the family any information and they don't release the phone records, or how long it takes for them to release the phone records to the family. But like we're in the dark. The family is in the dark about everything.
So I used to I searched on foot with Mary Chris Millette and Robert Millette. Maya Millette was killed by her husband Larry, but they're very coordinated with searching. They understand how to set up the searches, how to make them successful, how to get the people to come help. I'm gonna reach out to her for you also, and see about giving swapping info for you guys. So maybe you guys.
The problem that we're encountering is, where do we search? We have no leads.
Well, you might have 2 new leads after I send you those pictures here.
Okay, got it.
You know what I'm saying? Let's start with the obvious.
Got it.
Because if something happened, like let's just go with the whole incident at the party where that girl says, "No, Jalissa just came in loud. That's all the fight was. It was nothing more than that." I call BS. It was enough for her to get thrown out or told to leave, and whatever guys were there, they could have been that pissed off that they had to leave too, or
no, exactly, yeah, totally understand.
Or saw something they wanted.
Exactly.
And when she comes out of the gas station and looks around that corner, I can't tell if she's looking at that dude that just walks out, or if she recognizes, somebody from the party, or a car, following her. Couldn't tell. I don't see any of the cameras, and I know that you guys probably only seen the same camera, we have.
Yeah.
So frustrating.
It's very frustrating.
Is there any? What can we do to help you guys? What for your next steps? I'm gonna get you that information, and I'm gonna reach out to Mary Chris for you. What is it that Crime and Justice do besides the name?
I think that what we need to do is that we need to kind of sit down and think of. Okay, so one, we're gonna look into a private investigator. Hopefully, we'll have better luck with the PI. If you can help us, I don't know if you have a list of well-known private investigators. I mean, because right now we're just calling around trying to find one. Second, I think the private investigator might be able to help us more than the police department, because they'll be working for Norma, the family. I mean, that's what we have in mind. Because for us, and it literally probably because you've done this before. This is new to us. Give us some advice as far as what you suggest for us to do, because right now it's like the blind leading the blind. We're just trying to keep her name out there in the media, everything. But we have nothing to go off of. Nothing.
Right. Well,
not that I've seen, Michelle.
I'm going to send you some stuff too, like I said. And maybe you guys, if we got to do our own investigations, if they're not going to help,
I agree, Squirrel. All of that should go to the family immediately.
But if they're not going to do anything with it, we might as well dig deeper.
Yeah, and all and
all financially, if people want to actively help us, like that'll help us out so much too in the search.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna reach out to a guy that just got done with the Kylie Rodney case that I know of, and if you want to look him up on Twitter, he goes under SF Investigates. He would be a good option to start with. And then I could think of a few more. I have an extreme last option for you though.
Thank you for posting that strike. I appreciate you, brother.
But we'll go with that as an extreme last option. He is an insane PI, not like insane as in great, which he's good, but like he's insane like in the head. So
Earn cash back where your spending is trending with the City Custom Cash Card.
Sorry, guys.
He does get the job done though. It's the last option. We'll go with that. We're gonna go with some other ones. And SF Investigates. He does it for free, so there will be no charge for that. So let's start with the best option and the free option. And I'll see if I can put you in contact with him.
Please, thank you so much.
And I'm thinking, and definitely, we're going to keep digging on our side and see if there's anything we can uncover, anybody that we can possibly connect, anything we can do from that angle, and just keep getting her story out, keep putting her face out there. Somebody has to know something. This is people don't disappear. It don't happen.
Yes, I know. Somebody knows something. Somebody saw something.
It has to lead back to either somebody at that AM/PM or somebody that she picked up afterwards or before, or somebody that followed her from the party. I just don't think it was a random case of somebody just seeing her for the first time and being like, "This is what we're doing."
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
We're just definitely going to have to, just keep pushing, and we're going to have to keep pushing this police department. I mean, if they don't seem like they want to do their jobs, we're going to have to make them do their jobs. I mean, that's.
You know what, Squirrel? The fact that you want to help, and what you're thinking about and what you're doing, that's all that matters, hon. You're fine. It's hard. It's hard for a lot of us to do more than what we can do, other than putting the story out there. By the way, welcome, April. It's good to have you. I saw that you had joined yesterday. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Um, but yeah, the fact that you want to do that you're thinking about doing that means more than anything. You know what I mean? And we do what we can do, and a family like this actually appreciates it, and that's why it's worth doing. And trying to get out the story, so in the future maybe it can help prevent it from happening, or deter people from wanting to do these things, knowing that this community is so huge nowadays that it's going to be impossible to get away with things on it, hopefully one of these days, if nothing else. So that's how I kind of look at it.
If that's what it takes, and that's what we're going to do.
I agree.
Yeah. Agree too.
Well, you guys are just in our prayers, and I just again thank you for reaching out. I guess you reached out to Justin today, actually, to a guy I know, Justice for All. Yeah. So I'm glad. I've been trying to get everybody I can to get this case out there.
Yeah.
So thank you for speaking with them as well.
Thank you guys. I just want my baby home.
I know.
That's it.
I just want my baby home.
We want to get your baby home, and your family home, and your friends home. Anybody who's missing her right now, and there's a plethora of people, and I got to saw just a handful. You guys, it was a last minute thing, but there is so many people out there, and they're just such a great family. They're not like these families that are out there that did something to their kid or did something to their family. Right. So it's like we have to be there for them 100% as victims. Until we bring Jalissa home. So you let us know if we can do anything else. And again, I'll send you and text you the stuff in a little bit. I'm going to put together a file for you, but I did text you Crime and Justice's number and her real name, so you could reach out to her and save it in your phone, and I'll give her your number as well, Norma.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
You guys are awesome.
Definitely do that, and if I can come up with any other way to possibly help you, I'm on it.
That's all.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
God bless you guys.
No problem. God bless
you. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye. This is No Thanks, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Hold on.
All right. Well, that was the phone call.
HR is hard, and they deserve to have someone in their corner, a system that has their back.
From her mother. I agree, Squirrel. If you guys will excuse me for one moment, I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves, please. All right, everybody. My apologies. Sorry about that. I had to use the little boy's room real quick. Too much to drink this morning. Now I got a refill. So anyway, yeah. So that was the call. I would also like to know what the fight was in regards to, and where she went, obviously, and so on and so forth. So that was pretty much just what's been going on for the most part with it now. So from here on out, I'll be adding new things, doing new things. I just wanted to catch all of my people that were here. Obviously, Squirrel knows, April knows, Michelle, everybody like that knew about this already. This was my first introduction of this case into my community. So thank you, April. I appreciate that. All you guys, I do. I appreciate it. And again, welcome to the new people. More new people. I love it. I love it. And if you think anybody would be interested in this, please come on. Bring them on over at any time. Like I said, Michelle's newer here, and she seems to enjoy it, she said. So hopefully you guys do as well. Like I said, I do this typically in the mornings. And again, I'm still kind of new. I'm still learning how to do all this stuff with all this technological crap. No, and it won't, CC, because I'm not going to let that one go either. I've been too hardcore into that one. And every time I see anything new, I'm going to remind everybody about Little Summer, because that one hit me kind of hard, just like the Rodney case did. So I will definitely. That's what I thought too, Squirrel. When I was looking at the video, and it pisses me off that they won't show another video angle, because there was like 13 cameras up across the front of that building, and they just showed the one view. Like, why? What are we hiding from? So, like I said, that when I was trying to zoom in on it, it looks like there might be somebody sitting on the passenger side in the front seat. I definitely know there was somebody in the back seat, because she stopped, turned around, and she was talking to that person. So, I definitely feel like there was people in the car, and I want to know who they are. If they have nothing to do with this, then they should have stepped forward and said something. But they're not. So that makes me say that's guilt as far as I'm concerned, which is sad. And I'm hoping that this little girl's still alive. I really am. It's been a bit depressing year with all these children passing during these cases, And I thank you, Squirrel. I'm trying. I really am. I'm learning as I go with this. Like I said, when I was doing the drama thing, it was very easy. I can just jump on here and talk about people I don't like and do it, and let those people talk about me, and we go back and forth, and that's that. And I don't like that. That's not what I want to do. That's not my personality. I'm a very nice person. I know I look like a bum right now. I'm trying to grow a beard, so I don't look like that much of a nice person, but I really am. You can ask anybody in here. I try to be, at least. Right. Come forward, be cleared. That's my point. But I hope you guys enjoy it. And like I said, if you know of anybody else that would, please bring them on in. I can take it all. Typically, like I said, my moderators are really good. They keep the drama levels down for me with no worries. There's a lot of haters and a lot of drama freaks that like to come in here and do this, do that. It's whatever. It doesn't bother me so much. I just don't want it to bother you guys. That's all. I agree with you, April, on that one. Summer is a whole different thing to me. It has made me sick. You can ask these guys. I've been going on and on and on. I've been with that one for the whole rigmarole. I followed it very lightly, but I was following the Gabby Petito one pretty hardcore. So as soon as that one kind of ended, I went right head first back into the Summer Wells. And my theory and basis are pretty average with what everybody else's are. And the parents are garbage as far as I'm concerned. That's just my theory, my opinion, the way I feel about both of the parents in Summerwell's case. It's just, I can't even talk about it because it upsets me that much. There's no reason that had to happen. In fact, I went into like full panic mode the other night. And it's okay though, Michelle. I appreciate what you did. Michelle come in and said that there was a sighting of her supposedly. I hadn't heard nothing about it, so I went nuts trying to figure out what it was. Obviously, it wasn't what it was, but that's how bad, we all want her to still be alive. But unfortunately, it's very bleak at this point, and a lot of these are. So I don't know, guys. I tried this last year, but took a stand against Jody Sue, and TM sent thousands of her minions after me, so I got scared off. Now that TM has opened her eyes to, Jody Sue being sketchy, I feel so okay. TM. Who is TM? I probably know who you're talking about. I just can't think right now. Jody Sue's a joke, completely joke. Like, I mean, that chick is a mess. Who is TM? Oh, Tim Mullins. Oh no, Tiffany Marie. I'm sorry. I was gonna say Tim Mullins. Why would he do? Did she really? Why would she send people after you? Why does she support Jody Sue? Or did she? Nobody trusts Tiffany Marie, hon. Nobody does. Not at all. It's sad because this is not about that. It's about finding these kids or these people and bringing justice to them. It's not about defending people or doing this or doing that. It's just sad. So sad. Unbelievable. What a mess. Well, anyway, so for those of you that aren't new and don't know this is the Fuentes case. I'm going to be concentrating on this one. We're going to be working on this one, guys. And digging now. I want to start digging on this one for sure. Her family deserves that. They deserve everybody and anybody that can working on this to try to find something. So we're going to start digging on this one. Pretty hardcore. I just wanted to give everybody in here that, again, didn't know about it an introduction to it, show you what's going on, and I think we're going to go from there with it. Let's see, I've been going about 2 hours and some odd cents, I think. So, does anybody have anything they would like to add in regards to this case or anything right now? Yeah, Dylan Rounds is a whole other one. That's a mess too. Yeah, Summer Wells, Dylan Rounds, Jalissa Fuentes, and Kylie. Yep, those are the ones I'm pretty much on too. And honestly, and you probably know this too, you can't do too many of these. I have a few other people that are that come in here that are really like hardcore into this with me that were on the Rodney case. And they're exhausted. I was exhausted because I just, as soon as I found out about the Rodney thing, I started going insane. Like, digging. And for some reason, that one hit me really hard. I think it's because I have a 16-year-old son here, and I can't imagine, But, yeah, it's hard to do all of these at one time, so. Wow, she's a mess. She really is. But you don't have to worry about that happening in here, Squirrel. We don't allow that kind of thing to happen in here. Never would, never will. Everybody's entitled to their opinions. Everybody's entitled to their beliefs. And we all do that in here without fighting about it, without, any of that crazy stuff. So, it was very, as far as the Fuentes you're talking about, Michelle, that's who was just in that call that I played. She called and spoke with Doug. It was very moving to me. The whole thing, it was very, very moving to me. I was going to actually go into that one tomorrow, show that to you guys, and we're going to do some. I'm going to do some digging on it and find some new stuff out, hopefully. But that's where we're at with it now. There's nothing new with Kylie's case right now. There's nothing new. Oh, Kylie's mother? I'll tell you right now how I felt about that one. I'm not happy with her. I'm not happy with that scenario. I'm not happy with the way she acted. I'm not happy with any of that stuff. I was on Doug's panel yesterday talking about that. Yeah, Jalissa's mother, absolutely. But Kylie's mother, again, I think that her guilt is hitting her because she is the one that made the decision to allow her 16-year-old child to go to a party and that has adult men and women over the age of 18, college kids, this, that, and everything else at this party. So I think that her guilt is kicking her in the ass right now. And I think that's why she's so angry with everybody, because every time somebody does something to help the case, it makes her look worse. That's what, in her eyes at least, that's what I think it is. She's not doing things the way she should be doing things. She should have, and I said this last night, I think you were there, Squirrel, or you were listening. I said last night, the first thing she should have done, the first comment she should have made, is she should have condemned the kids that were at the party. She should have shamed them all and said that verbally out loud to every child that was at that party. She should have, damned them all instead of hugging them and condoning everything they did and telling them, it's okay. It's okay to go drink and do drugs and this and that, because that's basically what Lindsay did, and it's bullshit. Because that's where the first part of blame comes from with this whole thing with Rodney's case, is her mother first of allowed her child to go, because I would never do that. I was there, just watched. Oh, you were at you were at the speech, Michelle, or just watched it? I'm going video down for a minute, guys. I'm still here though. Doug's channel. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm very, very, very let down by her and her actions, and the way she's treated AWP, the way she's treated all of social media. That's what Squirrel was talking about earlier. We've done nothing but help in ways that other people haven't. We're trying to find justice for the person or persons that committed foul play against her child, and she knows in her heart that it was foul play. The father does, the grandfather does, and they're being ignorant to people. That lady that called in last night that said, was she had an attitude about. I actually have one, Lance, but I've never done. I don't like doing that with these cases, because I take these cases serious, and some people read that differently, and I don't want to be disrespectful in that way. Yeah, I agreed with Doug last night about that too. I feel that it's disrespectful to be at or to watch the celebration of life. That's why I didn't. But the lady that called in was just so rude and obnoxious, trying to snap at Doug and anybody else. And that's why I asked her. I said, so after she said what she said, I said, dude, let me ask you a quick question. I don't mean to interrupt you, but do you not feel that there was foul play? Well, I don't know. It could be this. And I said, and I didn't say what I wanted to say. So if you think there's possible foul play, then all of this does make sense. That's what we're all doing, is trying to find the clues that prove that there was foul play. So you should be grateful, not ignorant towards the people that are trying to help. In my opinion, it comes down to that town and money. But the whole town is, excuse the language, but that's a fucked up town. Sorry. It really is. It's a really fucked up town. the way that the people are, the sheriff. I mean, the whole thing is, the entire case from the top to the bottom is dirty. I'm sorry. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying, April. She's very weird. First of all, I mean, just even the. I shouldn't judge. I'm not judging her, but it says the way she talks about things, even the way she talks is weird. There's something that's off about her. Period. So I get that. Okay, and there's nothing wrong. It's not illegal to be weird, but like her mental process is not working. Whether it's because she's grieving or not, but you know, it just doesn't make sense. She did reach out for everybody to help, and then when they did, damn you for doing it. Like, what? That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Excuse my language again. It just really, really, really irritates me. Right, and I 100% with what April said. I agree with. Let's see. I don't know. I might do something like that, Lance. It does. The whole town gives you that cult feeling, doesn't it? Is that what you're talking about when you said, I'm glad you said that? The whole town reminds me of like a David Koresh compound type thing. The way they all act and everything's so secret, and they're weird. And I know that the mother is what I would call a hippie. Okay. But okay, let's come back down to earth now. Your child was missing and has now been found dead. And I'm pretty sure it's murder. So let's talk about it that way, other than hugging Sammy and telling her, we love you. It's okay, even though you weren't even a friend of my daughter's, but thank you for doing all this just so that you can avoid people paying attention to you in the negative way. Because that's what that's all about, you guys. You know that. That's Sammy's a joke. I'm sorry. She's putting on a show. She has been putting on a show. Otherwise, she would not have had to go hire a criminal defense attorney. Civil defense attorney's different, but a criminal defense attorney. Her parents are both attorneys and they know what that means. That's why they did it. That means Sammy did something that she should not have done. And here we are. Once again, it's bullshit. So that's the first thing you're going to do is go hug the girl that hired a criminal defense attorney in your daughter's case. Does that make any sense to anybody? Am I the only person that thinks that 25 cents in a swear jar, that's fucked up? I mean, honestly. Come on. It was. You're right. Intimate. Like, as in, like almost like partner to partner or boyfriend to girlfriend intimate, if that's what you're saying, because that's what I took it as. It was weird. Again, the woman's weird, but still. And I still don't understand something. When she talks, did anybody else notice that when she says things, yeah, that's what I was saying, getting at Squirrel Girl. Intimate, like partner to partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, yeah, sexual. Did anybody else notice that when she talks that she's like, I can't even do it. Like, she would say something and like that. She kept adding at the end of everything. Like, why in the fuck? Why are you talking like that? It's like she was putting on a show for everybody, you know? Right. That's all she was doing was preaching. Preaching. It's like they don't want to know. They'd rather accept that it was just an accident and move on. For what reason? Why? Are we going to find out something that you don't want us to know? And if that's the case, what the fuck? That's your child. You know what I mean? That's what it looks like. She's making it look like she very possibly had something to do with it. I hate to say that because she's a grieving parent right now, and I can only imagine what I'd feel like. But am I wrong? By doing that, does it not make her look guilty in a sense, you guys? And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I do put different theories out, okay? And I've had 3 or 4 different theories with the Kylie case. But am I wrong by saying what I just said? because it doesn't make sense to me at all. The grandfather and the mother both make themselves look guilty. I don't even know if the father even knows what's fucking going on. He looks like he's off in Never Never Land somewhere. It's crazy, you guys. It's really, this whole thing is crazy. And I know that they had some kind of a trusting relationship because Kylie was responsible, but you know what? She's still 16. Like I said last night, she's 2 years younger at the very minimum than most people that were at that party. So she still has the immature mentality. Let's be honest, they all do, but hers is probably a lot less. Actually, you want to know something? If you think about it, she was probably more mature than Sammy and Mags and then the rest of them, obviously, because of that. Maybe that's what the problem was. Because I still think, if you go back to my original theory when this first started, that there was a Mean Girls type scenario going on there a little bit, and I'll stick with that for sure, especially with Sammy. There was an interview that was done with a girl that had called in and said that she knew Sammy when they were kids. And that Sammy she was very weird. The whole family was very weird, but Sammy was very weird. She used to torture animals and do violent acts to animals and at other people. And this girl said she had to get stitches one time because of something Sammy did. She said she didn't want to talk about it because it was kind of embarrassing and so on and so forth. But like, damn, are you kidding me? So when you hear something like that, you should automatically go look at that girl. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Michelle. I agree. She said to look at the 3 gates. Who says that? Yeah, I don't get that one either. Yeah, Paranormal Nightmares is a good place. Yeah, she's off, like way off. The mother, the whole case, everybody in the case, and the same thing with Jagger, the way he's acting about it. I don't get it. I don't get it. A lot of people are blaming him because of what the service guy said. Tow truck. He wasn't driving a tow truck, but that's what I call him. He was a tow truck driver, basically. But and I even said that as a theory, I put it out there that it could have been. What if it was him and Kate, and Kylie was in the back? There's too many different ways to go with this, you guys. There's way too many different ways. I think Kylie was a wild child, but was portrayed to be squeaky clean because she graduated early with honors. Her friends are clearly users. Oh yeah, absolutely. She's a yes girl. She did everything that those girls wanted her to do so that she could fit in. Come on now, let's be honest. She seems like she was the odd child. The one that didn't really get to hang around with the people that she was graduating with because she was younger, so they didn't really accept her. So she would do whatever they wanted to get her acceptance. And I think that's what her downfall was, and that's why she's no longer with us, you guys. First of all, if it was my child, he wouldn't have been at that fucking party, first off. Second of all, I would be up inside every person in every agency of law enforcement's ass trying to figure out why nothing has been done. Why, and here's another one, and I agree with Doug on this one 100%. He said this a couple times. Why there were no arrests made immediately. Every one of those people there were underage for drinking, and drugs are illegal. So they would have all been arrested one by one and slowly but surely let go. Because if you would have arrested them, they would have all talked. Period. They would have all talked if they would have been arrested, and right there you'd have got the information that you need. And we probably would have been somewhere with this case already, but we're not. Narcissistic, psychopathic tendency, a sociopath. I agree. I agree, April, 100%. She reminds me of a sociopath. My wife has a 2-year degree in psychology and watched her on the news and said that. Hey, Giabella, what's up? Welcome. Good to see ya. Thanks for being here. Welcome, welcome, guys. It's great to have you guys. So yeah, I mean, I'll be outright honest with you guys with my opinions. If somebody doesn't like it, they don't like it, but that's how I am. Um, I do not think she was a yes girl. I think she was part of the pact. No indicators of her being a follower. Well, I mean, you can look at it that way. That right there, the last line that you said, the mom part, that's it. I think the mom party's with him too. I really do. And instead of being and based on what I had heard, the conversations that her and her daughter had, or Kylie and her mother had, I'm sorry, how her mother said, well, she called me and says this, and I told her to wake me up when she gets home because that's what we do. It sounds to me like she tries to be more of a friend to her daughter than a mother. That doesn't work, you guys. That doesn't work at all. That's why my oldest daughter does not have a relationship with her mother, because she tried to be her friend instead of a mother. Now my daughter has no respect for her and will not ever have any respect for her because of that. She looks at my wife, who is her stepmother, as her mother. Now explain that one. Because my wife, her stepmother, was more of a mother, not trying to be her friend, and she respects that now at almost 30 years old. And that's the problem. That's the absolute problem. You can tell just by the way Lindsay was talking about Kylie and the things that she says and does, and the things that she is okay with that the kids do and all this. Come on. She wanted to be the cool mom that everybody liked because she, whatever in her mind, probably is missing out. Maybe she was living vicariously through her daughter because she never got to be and do the things she wanted to do as a child. So I can picture Kylie and a couple of her friends hanging out there with Lindsay at the lodge, getting drunk, smoking weed, doing this and doing that. And Kylie loved it because her mom was cool and all the girls wanted to hang around with her mom. And they let her get away with things and would buy alcohol for them and do this and do that. That whole scenario. That's how I picture the mother being. Sammy and Jag are both lied within the first 24 hours about filtering info. I'm not sure why they thought, yeah, that was weird. Well, that whole video, April, I don't know if with the people that are in here, I showed it to them, and it was very cringy, where she's standing there going, okay, you bring your kids here and drop them off, and then you go far away to where they can't see you and you can't see them, and they'll tell me everything. What? No. I'm sorry, but as a parent, I would have saw that and said, yeah, you can go fuck yourself. My kid's not coming up there. My kid's staying here with me where they belong. They should have never been there to begin with. Thank God they're okay. I'm just saying. So that's how that should have worked. Thank you very much, Giabella. I appreciate that. You tell Doug that. See what he says. I appreciate that, though. Thank you. I think the real dad is the mature parent. The mom and stepdad who live with the mom's parents. Right. I agree, Squirrel. But I still think that, yes, I do have a square drawer. I can't help it. My name Dago says it all. I have that Italian blood in me, and it just flows. And I'm a retired firefighter, so give me a break on that one, because 17 years in a firehouse, that's the only language you learn. So I try. Thank you very much, Squirrel. I appreciate that, guys. Make sure you tell Doug that. Tell him that. He likes to mess with me. It's fun, though. I have a great time with him. I really do. He's a good guy. He's hilarious, too. What was I going to say? But anyway, that's why my mouth is like it is, because I did 17 years in a firehouse as a firefighter. So, but anyway, moving on. That whole case makes me just angry, you guys. I've gone on and on and on about it, and it really does. It makes me angry. I am 3/4 Italian. I imagine you are too, by your name. I am 3/4 Italian, 25%. I've explained this before. It's very weird. Transylvanian, Slovakian, like a blend of that somehow. I think it was because of what country owned the rights to the nationality at that time. The way my grandfather explained it, it was very weird. But that's the other 25% is Transylvanian, Slovakian. So I call myself an Italian vampire. Whatever. Whatever. But now those are my feelings on that case, and there's so much more. I could go on for hours. Just ask these guys that have been here. They know. There's a lot about it that angers me so much. Because none of it needed to happen. None of it. Thank you, Gia. One thing out for you new people, I'm lazy when I talk. So if I shorten your name, if you don't like it, please tell me right off the bat, and I won't do it. But I do that to a lot of people. Cece, her name is Cecilia, and I started calling her Cece immediately. Because some of the names that I get in here are kind of long. No, hon. Dago is just a derogatory term for an Italian person. And when I was in high school, they used to call me that, the Dago. So it was kind of a thing that stuck as a joke. So I just did it for YouTube when I came out. But I call myself the Italian vampire because I'm 3/4 Italian and 25% Transylvanian. So, you know. But yeah, if I shorten your name, like April, that doesn't need to be shortened. But Squirrel Girl, I call you Squirrel, or Gia Bella if I call you Gia, things like that. If you guys don't like it, please tell me don't do that, Dago. Just call me by my name, and I will not do it, I promise. Oh, I agree with that in a lot of ways, Lance. And I'll tell you one thing about one person. I don't talk about it a whole lot because I don't really want to say anything derogatory or mean. What Ryan Upchurch, the stuff that he's saying, it bothers me in a lot of ways. But I think he's trying to do it at a different angle to gain something from it, okay? I really don't think he means what he's saying when he's saying that she's not real, this, that, and everything else. I think it is... How can I put it? I think it's to get, like, okay, here's part of it that has actually happened. When he started saying stuff like that, you know, he was like, show me pictures of this, show me pictures of that. That's why I think he's doing it. To get people to put stuff out. By saying something that's going to piss somebody off, that's what it's going to do, is it's going to get somebody to get off their ass and do something. I think that's why he's doing that, okay? Because what he's saying doesn't make any sense. And he's actually a smarter person than that. I've watched a lot of his stuff. And like when he first started with the case, I was all over him because of the passion that he had about it. Same passion I had towards it, you know? And he's digging, and I think he found a little story inside a story. But the other side of it is just, it's just off, and I think that's why. That's exactly what it is. I get kind of offended when you call me Popper. My name is Popper Jack Dan. All right, well, I'm going to call you Dan, so how about that one? For the new people in here, this is my best friend on YouTube, Popper Jack Dan, smartass, whatever you want to call him. But he's actually a great person, very funny. And he's the only person that I 100% trust on YouTube, so. But he hides in here and he'll pop in and out and say things just to do that, you know. He's a funny guy, though. Great guy. And he'll help you with anything. If you're ever confused or he knows just about everything, so. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Squirrel. He was into it. Like, I thought I was in it deep. He was in that shit deep. He wasn't eating, sleeping, nothing. And was digging. And that can happen, guys. I was doing that for a couple days. And I'm like, whoa. Like, my eyelids were like this, you know, and the toothpicks. And my wife was, and I was like snapping at people because I was tired and irritated. Because I wasn't finding things the way I wanted to. And I had to dig this way and dig that way and flip this over and flip that over. And she's like, you need to calm down. My wife was like, she's like, you need to calm down. And I was like, you're right. So I took a break from it. And I've even taken more breaks because there's nothing new. As long as there's nothing new, I'm not gonna like go on here and show you guys the same old stuff. I will talk about it if somebody wants me to, and I'll give my theories and my opinions on it because I'm very strongly passionate about them. But head on is what that was supposed to say. Fingers. Oh yeah. I got you. I understand. So does anybody have anything else they wanted to add to any of these cases that we're dealing with right now at all, by chance? I don't have a whole lot of info on Dylan's case. I have the basics of it because there's so many people involved in it. It's another one that has a whole list of crazy ass weird people. Another small town, another weird ass small town with Dylan's case again. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. God, you guys should have seen me. I was doing the Gabby Petito case before I wasn't streaming then. I was just sitting here with a notebook and my cell phone and the TV, and I was just like, going nuts with this one because I knew all along what happened, like we all did, and it just that pussy that he was wouldn't be a man, and his baby ass, his parents babying his ass like they did, and I was just so pissed off. But I can only imagine what it would have been like if I was on here. So, but unless anybody has anything to add or anything else to bring into this, I was gonna kind of bring it down for the day. Again, I want to thank all of you new peoples. I don't. Oh, you just started on Summer's case. Yeah, well, I have anything and anything you can think of on that one. So if you have any questions, anything you want to see, you let me know. Because that one I was deep in, guys. I still am. I'm just waiting. There's obviously nothing new. Unfortunately, I'm going to take my video down for a minute, guys, but I'm still here. There's obviously nothing new on it. And it's just going in circles, and it's starting to get cold. It's starting to get a little too cold for me, and I don't like that. So I will keep it going. If I got to go back and play some old shit from the very beginning, I did that once with everybody and went back and reviewed everything to see if there's anything that was missed. And I keep doing that because I've seen something new almost every time I go back and look at it. I know. I agree, CC. The Dylan Rounds case, it's another weird ass small town. Hawkins County, that's another weird ass small town. Kylie's town, a very weird ass small town. It's just weird. Oh, okay, I got you, Squirrel. I started true crime, I think, with it's kind of weird. I didn't like the John Benet Ramsey case is when I first became interested in it, okay? And I followed that one through till I ran into the brick wall. And there was a couple other cases that I got interested in, but there was no, I wasn't on the internet with any of it. And then the Gabby Petito case, I jumped into that one head first and was really, really, really into it. Yeah, I do. I'm into the Summerwells case, Gia, 100%. That's what I was saying to anybody that is into that one. I have a lot on that one. I can answer just about any question you want me to. I'm very deep into that one. But I was really deeply, when I got started back into it, like I'll say that's my start for this because that's the most recent one that I did right before I was streaming. Was Gabby Petito got me started, I should say. Summer really got me into it, and they just keep rolling. I've only been streaming since the beginning of February, so. Right. A lot of people are like that, Squirrel. A lot of them. Yeah, poor John Bonet. I still don't 100% understand that case, and I don't think I ever will, or the family. The other one was, what the hell was that dumbass's name? Another pathetic case for a parent. Oh, Casey Anthony. That was another one that I was very deeply into, too. I have not seen any kind of updates on it because I still follow that one. They do need to recheck the DNA, though. The whole thing with the brother kind of threw me for a loop, and I have problems believing that one, but it is what it is. For the longest time, I thought that Patsy was the one that was the mother was the one that was 100% the one that did whatever went on. I thought it was her mother, and I still am not 100%. I'm still not 100% not thinking that it's her mother. And Casey Anthony, that one blew me out of the water too. That stupid ass. I swear. These people are so unbelievable. And you know what scares me with this, you guys? That we walk the same planet, the same ground, live in the same buildings, and go shop in the same stores with these people. The Delphi murders was pretty interesting. It was another sad. They're all sad. They're all horribly sad. That's why I feel that what we do is important, because if we don't, who's going to do it? You know? Yeah, that poor little girl, Kaylee Anthony. She was so pretty. Such a sweet little girl. And you know that some of these get me because like some of the people in here, you guys eventually will too, have seen my grandbaby, my granddaughter. She likes to pop in and look at everybody in the camera when I'm doing this sometimes. She's my love, my life, my heart. She's adorable. And like with, Kylie Anthony and Summer Wells, that was what got me so into Summer Wells. Was I looked at her and I saw my granddaughter in her, and it's like, no. Oh yeah, Lacey Peterson, Kaylee Anthony, Chris Watts. That case, that blew me out of the fucking water too. Excuse my language, but it did. That one, he really threw me for a loop because I'm usually pretty good at reading people when they're lying. Dawn, Candace Wells, Sammy. You can kind of read some people when they're lying. Like that case, he had me blown over. I thought he was telling 100% the truth. Because of, with the kids, I thought there's no way this dude could kill his own kids, blah, 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 so on and so forth. He was a great actor, and in that case, I still think that his mistress had something to do with it, even though she got out. But, I mean, there's just so many of these, you guys, so many of them, so I'm just one more person throwing myself out there to try to help with these, and I'll get better with it, I promise. I have issues with technical things here, audio. That's what Doug's always teasing me about, my audio and crap. I'm working on it, you guys. I'm putting things together with things that I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm learning. People are helping me here and there. But if you're here and you stick with me, I promise you, if nothing else, I'm true to what I do. I'm a real person. And like I've always told everybody, I'm the same person inside YouTube that I am outside of YouTube. I don't fake nothing. I don't lie about nothing. I'm a real person. I have a real passion for this stuff, and I really, I'm good to the people. I fully interact with my chat the whole time. I always have, and I do it often, like I said, my plan was to do the true crime stuff in my morning streams, and then I do an evening stream too, to do like a paranormal thing, because I'm a certified paranormal investigator, ghost hunter too. And I have another guy that I've kind of linked up with that comes in here, and he does other things, and we kind of do different stuff, and I'll tell different stories because there's a lot of paranormal fans in here. So, so I do a little bit of everything when it comes to that stuff, and I just want to be able to entertain you guys and make some truth happen and put some stuff out there. So I appreciate all you new guys coming in here, subbing to me. I really do appreciate it. You have no idea. And I'm looking forward to spending a lot more time with you guys. So thank you so much for coming in here, all you guys. Okay, Squirrel. Well, you have a great day as well. Thanks for coming in again. And that's that's it too. Be real, laugh loudly, and be kind. Same thing I say. Love yourself, love each other. That's how I feel. All right, everybody. I'm going to go get some stuff done. But thank you all once again for jumping in here. I love you guys to death. All you guys, you know who I'm talking about. All you new people, thank you once again. I'm looking forward to doing many more streams with you guys. Thank you, G. I appreciate that comment. And like I said, guys, if you know of anybody else that would be interested in coming in here with us, bring them, please. I'll be more than happy to take them. Thank you, G. I appreciate that so much, hon. I really do. And if there's any questions or anything, you guys, I'm very approachable. You can ask me anything. I take time out, and I have a Twitter. I talk to just about everybody that's in my community personally. If you ever need to talk to me, you're more than welcome to. When I'm doing the morning streams, I do have a call-in number that I'll scroll across. I didn't really do much of anything other than bring out that other Fuentes case to my community for those of you that didn't know it. But I do have a call-in number as well. We can call in and talk about whatever you want with it. So, but again, everybody enjoy the rest of your afternoon. CC, Squirrel, Gia. I wondered, so you guys didn't get to meet the rest of the community that's usually here. Miss April, all of you guys, thank you so much. Michelle, Popper, Rachel, Popper Jack. Sorry, I don't want to insult you. Lance, all you guys, thank you so much. You guys have a great, great, great rest of your day. Again, love yourselves and love each other, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. By the way, great job today, Strike. Thank you so much, brother.